Thank you, Georgia. Calls muted. Perfect. Awesome. Okay. So what this process is called is painting a vision for someone who is new in the business. Now, I know there's people here that are not new in the business, but this is still so vital to be doing. And if you've already done this, which I know a few of you have, take this as, like I said, a training session of what you're going to be doing with every single new person that joins your team. So I learned this from Richard Blissbrook when I did a 12-week training boot camp with him, and he is the #1 social marketing coach in the whole world. He's freaking amazing. If you've read the 4-Year Career or Mark II, The Hair on Fire, he's the author of both of those. So this is what he suggests doing in your first week of business. So keep this in mind for every new person that joins your team. What you want to do is spend a whole session sitting down with someone, helping them paint their vision and painting their why for Arbonne. Now, especially for the girls sitting there in the room at Kayla's, being new to the business, you would have heard this word a lot in your first couple of weeks of Arbonne, like your why, what's your why? You've got to write your why, we've got to plug into your why. And it can seem like, oh, what's this thing that I've got to do? Like, is it really that important? And let me tell you, it is so incredibly important. Your why and your vision is what's going to help you stand the test of time in this business, because I guarantee you're going to come up against tough times in your business, whether it be for a minute or it's a day, or you even have a full month that just you felt like you were in a funk all month. Your why is what keeps you going. And it's so important because it is you just keep on going and not quitting in this business and choosing to continue to do the daily do, no matter what your circumstances are. That is what produces an MVP, and that's what produces an amazing leader in Arbonne. So what I want you to do on your piece of paper, have a fresh page. In the middle of that piece of paper, not too big, small enough that you have space all around, I want you to write $20,000 per month, and then put a little cute cloud or something around it. So it's going to be like a mind map. Okay, so $20,000 per month. All right. Now, the first thing that I want you to do, so all the questions that I'm going to ask you now, I want you to just pop your answers around like a mind map brainstorm kind of thing, okay? So my first question to you is, how does that figure make you feel? I want you to look at that $20,000 a month and visualize that as being truth, and write down 3 emotions of how that makes you feel. And I'm just going to get you each to unmute. I would love to hear your 3 emotions each. Georgia, do you want to go first? Unmute yourself. Share your 3.
Has technology worked? Am I unmuted?
It worked. We can hear you.
Yeah, you're working. Okay. I said, I can show you.
Yeah.
I said safe, free, and generous.
Safe, free, and generous. How divine. Okay, Nicole, do you want to...
And I also said, go team vision.
All right, Nicole, what's your 3?
I also actually had free, like how crazy. Anyway, so I had free, ecstatic, and at ease.
Ooh, I like it.
Yeah.
Let's go to you ladies over at Kayla's place. You want to unmute yourselves and each of you share your 3?
All right. My first 3 that popped into my head was excited, free, and secure.
Mm-hmm. Beck?
I said excited, free, and happy. I said excited, accomplished, and secure.
Awesome. And Kayla?
Safe, comfortable, and excited.
Ooh, I like it. Beck and Tegan, your voices are so similar. So similar. Amazing. Now, the very first step is always connecting it to an emotion, because vision without emotion connected to it, it's just a story. Like, connecting your emotion straight away is super important. Okay, so now we've got those 3. Now I'm going to ask you some different questions. I just want you to jot around the outside. Okay, so that $20,000 a month that you're making, okay, you're making this month upon month upon month, and it's growing every month. I want you to write down on your page, what time would you be waking up every morning? If that was your reality, what time would you be getting up? Okay, next question. I want you to jot down like 3 to 5 dot points of how would you spend your days. What are just, you know, you've gotten up in the morning, how are you spending that day? Okay, next question is, who would you be spending your days with? Who would you be spending your days with? And next to how you're spending your days and who you're spending it with, I also want you to put 2 emotions. How would that make you feel, spending your days like that with that person or those people? All right, I still see pens moving, so I'll just wait another 10 seconds before the next question. I want to allow you ample time to just breathe into this process. Okay, next question is, where would you holiday to? Where is a destination and what kind of holiday could you only take on 20 grand a month? Like, we're not talking like an Airbnb in Bali. We're talking like a lavish holiday, like your dream holiday. I want you to do a few dot points about where it is, what it is, who it's with, and again, an emotion. How does that make you feel? Are we ready for the next question? Give us a thumbs up if you're ready. Okay, so next question, and I love this one. What cause or charity would you donate your money or time to? What's important to you? And I think that this is a really vital thing to be thinking about, because like even Georgia wrote generosity as one of her 3 words. Being someone who serves, it's a big pull, because for a lot of us, the way that we have to spend our lives, because we do have to bring in that paycheck, we are so busy that we just don't have the time or the money to breathe into causes that we really want to breathe into. So this can be a big pull in your why. So, and also put next to that, how does that make you feel, being able to donate your time or your money? I know that there's MVPs out there. I mean, Donna Johnson, who is 2 MVPs above Felicia in our success line. She's got 6 orphanages in Uganda that she fully funds, and she spends a lot of her time in Uganda. Another MVP over in America, she has orphanages in Haiti, and also does a lot of like relief in Haiti. So they go over there and they bring boxes full of healthy food. They actually take over the Arbonne protein shakes, the pre-made ones, and donate it to all the people there for nutrition. There's just some incredible things that you can do with that sort of money. So that's where we're starting to think bigger picture. Okay, what would your partner be doing? Whether you have a partner now or not, I want you to imagine that, you know, you are married or with a partner. What would they be doing? How's their life going to be changed through this money? I know for me, the day that I get to retire Bevan is going to be the best day of my life. And he'll spend the rest of his days flipping homes and just making stuff in the shed, being the happiest man alive, playing golf, being an Anthony Pulitano. You know, Anthony still works full time because he's in the family business, and he feels too bad to leave, and he needs to, and it was going bad, so he wanted to like get it back up and running. It's crazy that he still works with the money Felicia's making us. It's insane. Good on him. What a hard worker. And how would it make you feel to allow your partner to be able to do that? 2 more questions. How would this income impact your parents? Now, this is a big one for Georgia. A huge part of Georgia's why she wants to pay off her mum's mortgage so that she doesn't have to witness her mum working every day for the rest of her life. Amazing. Yes, vision. So what are you going to be able to do for your parents? My gosh, imagine that feeling of if your parents do still have a mortgage, paying that off, or taking your parents on a lavish holiday, paying for them to go on a cruise and, you know, flying them to come meet you somewhere around the world and just wining and dining them. Like, how amazing would that feel to be able to give back to your parents in that way, or any of your family for that matter? And here's the last question is, imagine that self, that person who's making that $20,000 a month in income and it's growing. As that self, what would your goal be? What would your vision be at that point? How, like, this is where you're dreaming upon a dream. So we're dreaming big with the 20,000, but what would that you be dreaming of? This is where you really expand your vision. So I want you to have a think about that and write that down. Big picture, big picture. Then with this, what I would encourage you guys to do with this is to sit and like ask yourself some more relevant questions about what that $20,000 a month means for you, and to really fill up your page, and then use that as a springboard to writing down and breaking down what are the strongest things that are pulling you in your why, because it's different for everyone. For some of you, it may be the thought of your parents. It may be the thought of being able to give back, or it may be the thought of being able to not wake up to an alarm every morning, or to spend the day with your kids. I want you to really immerse yourself in that, pick it apart, find what it is that just makes your heart tug. If your why doesn't make you cry or super emotional, it's not strong enough. So that's what this exercise is for, is just to open you up and to broaden your thinking, because $20,000 a month in this business is extremely attainable. So Joe Aperi, who just went national vice president last month, as a regional vice president, 13 months into her Arbonne business, she posted her paycheck and it was $20,000 for the month. As a region, 13 months after starting this business. So 15 months after starting this business, she's now a national vice president, and she'll be earning $25,000 a month now, and it will just keep growing and growing. So never put a cap on yourself. Like that $20,000 a month, like it's like, yep, all right, that's the goal, let's go. But once you're there, it's like, okay, what's next? So I want you dreaming so freaking big. Don't put any walls or caps on yourself. You are capable of building this business just as much as everyone else in Arbonne. You have got the same products, you've got the same website, you've got access to the same training. We all have the same things in Arbonne. The difference is whether our why is strong enough and whether we rock up every day because of our why to do the things that we know we need to do. So feel encouraged. Push in deep, and I'll be posting up the new Getting Started guide tonight onto our page, and in there I've changed the daily success checklist to be a bit more comprehensive and to be something that can really guide you. So I would love for you to check that out. Marika, I'll post it straight away, so maybe you can even bring it up now at Hour of Power, and you can show the girls what we've come up with. So it's something that through watching trainings and Marika and I having a chat, we've decided on this together, and we think that it's just absolutely amazing. So it has what the old one had, but just more to it. We've also added extra bits and pieces into the Getting Started guide, including 3 full pages of Peyton's verbiage of how to get people on the 30 days as well, which Felicia sent through to us. So there's heaps of amazing stuff in there. So yeah, girls, I just encourage you to spend some time with that piece of paper tonight when you go home, and expand on it, and would love to hear how it's making you feel when we Zoom next individually. So that is all from me. If you have any questions, let me just unmute you all. Did that work? Yes. If you have any questions, fire away. Otherwise, ooh.
I guess everyone's on mute.
Did that just go all funny? Is that
I think it unmuted everyone, the sound of everyone just like, yeah.
it's George's computer, actually.
Oh,
I muted you, Georgia. Sorry. Every time Georgia and I Zoom on her computer, it does that.
It's whenever we Zoom, it must be me.
it must
It's
be
you. It's not me, it's you. Awesome, girls. Well, I will leave it at that. I'll post up the getting started guide, and Marika, you can have a look at that together. Got perfect timing with the with you guys all there. Yeah, that's us, girls.
Bye.
Thanks for tuning in.
Bye.
Bye.